Hi, you guys. I just wanted to come live because I haven't been able to upload my videos. I think I say this every time I come live. And I have a video from last week regarding Ready to Love, and I haven't been able to put that one up. And that I think it was Eric who self eliminated last week over the whole touching Dakiya situation. So I don't know if I put the video up now. I might put it up on my other channel, the Godwin channel, the backup channel for this one, um, because it's kind of dated now. And then just to summarize what I was saying, because I started off talking about Eric, but then Laverne was the guy who was eliminated, right? I know my opinion may not be the popular opinion, but I actually agree with Laverne and what he was saying. I understand his delivery was off. The way he went into the meeting with Sabrina was off. But what he was saying, I agree with. And that's just my opinion. And that's kind of what I was saying in the video. I don't know if I'm going to put it up or not, but if I can get it up, even over there, because it keeps giving me this error message. So I might have to try some different software, see if there's a different software I can use to create my videos with and see if it's going to work. Because some of them go up and some of them don't, as you can see, like certain things. But there's some other stuff that I should have had up a while ago. But anyway, so just to touch on last night's episode of Ready to Love, Operation Meet the Homies. Where did they start? Let me see. Um, I guess he started by informing them that they were going to introduce their friends to the ladies. And so I can't remember who they started with, but I think the first date that Christina went on, I believe that was with Donovan and Sabrina, she actually showed up, right? Um, Now, I think it was Paul is when she did not show up. And it's kind of like these same three women that have like all of these guys, right, as an option. And so it's starting to get confusing to me about who is what. But at the end of the day, what you can see from the outside looking in is that it's really going to come down to whoever um, is really that top pick for these people. And I think that they all have that understanding already. And then the backup people, they either have that understanding or they don't. Right. And I think one of the backup people is Dakiya. Like Dakiya is now a backup person for everyone. Right. And she just don't have that strong connection. And so I don't know how that's going to work out because we're starting to see some other things play out, like with Demetrius and Sabrina and that whole submissive stuff. I had to get up and look up the definition, honey, to make sure I was saying it right. Like, yeah, and who even says that? And that's something that you should say to people up front. To me, that's my opinion. That's something that you say to women up front because in our society today, women get up and they make things happen for themselves. And when you do that for yourself, you really don't want to hear people telling you certain things like that. Like, I'm sorry. And if men have never heard a woman say that before, you should have. You should ask your mother, your grandmother, or someone to explain that to you. Um, I don't think that it's okay to have your friend come in and say that to someone. I think that's something that he should have said up front to her. And that's just my opinion because with that truth or dare game, she kind of made Demetrius a strong option, right? And she kind of dismissed Tori, and she has him out here feeling away over Demetrius. And then to turn out, Demetrius may not really be that guy. He has the look, obviously. She introduced the ex boyfriend, and a lot of people were saying the ex boyfriend looks a lot like Demetrius. And so he may have the shell, but it's everything else. This that she may be looking for may not be there. Um, yeah, so it's saying this is the Webster Dictionary that is compliant. Um, obedient, trackable, you know, amendable, you don't really get to say these things to yeah, I don't know, it's just that's a certain type of woman who has a certain mindset who will fall in line with that type of conversation. And I feel like most of the women on every season of this show have been very strong personalities, right? And so this is not really the platform for that type of language. And that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know how you feel in the comments. And I'm not saying that women should not yield to their husbands or respect the things that they may feel about certain things. And obviously, you should not embarrass him in public and all that stuff. I can agree with some of that. My whole thing is, it's just the submissive thing. The way you use that word and the way that was used with Sabrina was not appropriate to me, inappropriate coming from the friend. I feel like that's a conversation that he should have had with her earlier in meeting her, and then especially after that truth or dare game, right? And so, like I said, this is the point where, and I don't know, maybe I said that in the last video. I may have said that in the video before, but I didn't get the last video up. But like I was saying, whenever I said it, this is the part when you see that this is just a TV show, right? Because everything starts, none of it makes sense at this point. I agree with Ace by self-eliminating. You know, we rarely and barely heard or saw Ace anyway. And I think that because she had that strong connection with Laverne, she's right. Like, if you guys knew that I had my connection going into this process for the most part was Laverne. And Laverne said this to Sabrina. And this is why I've said I agree with him. You guys knew that they had that connection, even though they were trying to get to know other people as well. But you knew they still were like, oh, she's the one, or he's number one. Then I feel like people should respect that. Like, if they were not going into their meetings complaining about certain things about the other, then people should recognize, okay, well, they must have a strong like connection. Let's respect that and leave them alone, because Tori clearly should have been the one who went home, since he has absolutely no connection. He has no connection. He's a hanger on for Sabrina, right? He's the hanger on for Sabrina. And it's unfortunate that she's going that far, treating him that way. Now, with this whole situation with Demetrius, which is kind of karma, I guess, in a way for her, she may or may not change her mind. Who's to say who she's going to end up at the end of the show? It's clear she's going to end up at the end of the show when you have three options to end at the end of the show with. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like and I said this in the last video, Tori should have been the one to go home. And it's not personal towards him. I don't know this man. I have no reason to feel any other way about him. I'm just sitting here speaking on this show. From what we're seeing, you know, if he doesn't have a strong connection with anyone, I mean, he hadn't even talked to Ace in a long time. Like, yeah, Ace may not want to play the game, play the game of the show for you guys, with you guys. So no, you can't try to go over there and now all of a sudden try to come back, especially after everyone saw you react to Sabrina at this Truth or Dare dinner or wherever they were at. Once you put that out there like that, that's kind of what it is, right? Um, Everyone knows that you have feelings for her. And that's what I was trying to say in one of my last videos about him doing that. You know, you kind of let everyone know how you feel about her. And she may not necessarily feel that way about you, but you now let these other women know that. And I was happy to see Ace kind of just put it out there like that. Like, yeah, you kind of let us know how you feel about Sabrina. So no one wants to play second to anyone. I think in the Dakiya situation, I think that she really likes Clifton into her, in her own way. But it's pretty obvious that even with the Truth or Dare game, that Joy and Clifton have been strong since they got there. And so at the end of the day, everyone believes that he's going to pick Joy. I don't think that he's going to change his mind about that. I don't think Joy's going to change her mind as well. And she's pretty much already said that, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. This is the part where, like I said, you could tell it's a TV show. Donovan sounds like he's unsure about what he wants to do, how he has these options anyway. It's kind of laughable to me. But anyway, outside of Christina, because I think they came in at the same time, and he's saying, oh, she has a young child, and I'm not sure. And he said something about Sabrina as well. But I don't know. And then Paul was there as his friend. I want to play Sydney because we understand the show was filmed several months ago. So nephew Tommy, not Uncle Tommy, nephew Tommy kind of said, so Paul and Sydney are still together, and no, they're not. It was posted on Instagram a while ago that they, had gone their separate ways, which I don't think anybody thought that they were really a couple in the first place. Just like the Aisha and Dante situation, which I'm probably gonna make a separate video. I made a video, but like I said, for whatever reason, the video won't upload. So, but I'm gonna let you guys listen to what Sydney had to say about her relationship with Paul.
He is dating. I'm sure if y'all live in DC, y'all will see him with other ladies, and he's. I won't say he's not ready to love, but I would just say he's not for me. That's all. Thanks, boo. I live in the gym. I was gonna put it on my YouTube, like, oh, we're not together, but come on, y'all. I don't have to lie to y'all. We're not. My dude is for me. Would you do more reality television? If it were something up my alley, like a cooking show, I would totally do. I would do that. But anything else, I don't think I would do anything based on relationships because I don't need y'all judging. Being on the show, y'all judge everything and y'all not y'all, but some people judge everything. Yes, thank you for not lying. No, dreads. It was never gonna work. Period. And let's start with that. My really good girlfriend, my best girlfriend from college is on here. Yes, from Cooking with Sid. They lied to me. I said, "Is it gonna be dark skinned men with dreads?" And they said yes. And there was none of that on that season. Other than beauty upkeeps, waxing, lasers.
Okay, dark skinned man with dreads. Now, y'all know they were accusing her of messing around with Cardi B's husband. Now, I'm not the one to put the story out here. The story was kind. I don't know. Maybe that was some type of mix up. I don't know. She put his picture up, and I think people just assumed she was talking about him. She may have been talking about someone else, but she's saying dark skin with dreads, and that made me think about that. Yeah, there was nobody on there with dark skin with dreads. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying some seasons ago. It's something about the way they cast for the show to me as well. Maybe they're just matching up the professions and things like that. And then sometimes it just comes out way off. Like I feel like, and I see some other YouTubers had already touched on this as well. They need to do better for the younger demographic. If you're gonna have Wiley on there, they put some women on there that's close to his age and that are ideal for him. Like he's not gonna date any and every woman just because she's his age as well, and he's also not gonna date somebody older than him. And they may not want to be on TV dating a young guy. I mean, let's just keep all these things into consideration. And I agree. I don't like them trying to match Christina up with these 18-year older than her men. I think that's not as super realistic as they would like to make that sound. Um, Oftentimes, when younger women are dating older men, it's for financial stability. It's for things that they can get from those guys. And so, if we're going to use honesty, let's use honesty. I don't think Christina was really coming on the show looking for that, but that's what was on the show, like I said in my other video. So she knew she had to get in where she fit in with that. Wiley was the only person really there her age. I think I don't know how old Tori is. I really don't pay attention like that. Not, I just don't pay attention like that to his age, but he looks fairly young as well. But outside of that, I don't. It just is like two different worlds for me. To me, and I was just having this real life conversation with somebody about that. But I don't know. I think they need to get better with kind of half and half on if you're gonna, or don't put anybody on there under 35. You guys get what I'm saying? Like it just did not look right to me. And we are all visual. Like people are visual. You're gonna look at the person the way they look and whatever and first. And if you vibe with them, these are the first things that you're going to pick up, right? And am I wrong? You guys can let me know in the comments. These are the first things that you pick up on. If there is an attraction and if the person is attractive. Okay, like let's just be honest about that. Whatever that is to you, because that's different for every. It's subjective. It's different for everyone. Everyone's not attracted to the same people, and you can't expect them to say, to like the same thing. And so I don't know how they really cast. But I didn't see the Phil and the Sydney thing from the very beginning. I said that in all my videos that are up from last season. I didn't see that, and they kind of just flip flopped into a relationship off camera, and we didn't see that even play out. And so, no, I don't believe that they're in a relationship. And I could barely believe the Aisha and Dante thing as well. But I'm gonna come back to that in a whole separate video because Little Black Book, who's also here on YouTube, he had me tickle over some comments that he was making about that. I was listening to his one of his videos yesterday about the Dante and Aisha breakup. So I kind of want to comment on what he was saying as well. And then I was listening to his interview with Carmisha, who also covers Ready Love and other reality shows on her channel, and they kind of had a sit down, were alive together, and they were talking about different shows and each other, right? Because sometimes we do listen to other YouTubers and we may say things about what they are saying. And I guess maybe he was offended by something that she said about him. And so they were talking it out. And so I'm going to make a separate video about that. But he was saying that he felt like Dante should not have been on the show in the first place, right? But it kind of goes back as well. And I guess the people at OWN are saying, let's not be so judgmental. And I try hard not to do that because we don't have a right to judge people like that. I mean, he still has a right to love, right? If that is what, like Little Black Book is saying, if that is in fact what he's truly looking for, because some people are comfortable, doing things the way they do them as well. That show should not be for everybody. I do agree with him on that, but I think that just holding the fact that he has children against him, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I'll come back to the whole Little Black Book discussion. Um, just to try to get back on topic about this. They didn't eliminate anyone, of course, because to my understanding, Christina is also going to self-eliminate. If you guys haven't heard that, to my understanding, she's also going to self-eliminate. Like I said, there's only two women on there who honestly have connections, and that is Joy and Sabrina, to be really honest. I don't even know who they may allow that third woman to, I don't know, because Carmen is so quiet, she may somehow come in, and maybe her relationship with Paul will take on some type of life, and they may end up as the third couple. Um, I'm not sure, like I said, who Sabrina is going to end up at the end with. She's going to have to decide between Donovan and Demetrius if it is, in fact, those two. And after this whole submissive conversation, I don't know how turned off she is about that. She may try to go on and just finish the show with him anyway. This is a TV show, so we do understand that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you were watching this latest episode about all of this. And how do you feel about Ace not showing up to meet with Tori? And like I said, I agree with Ace and with Laverne. If you guys knew that they had a connection, then let their connection play out. I didn't really get eliminating Laverne over Tori just because you don't like him. Um, and I think that's when the producers should kind of say, no, let's not do that. But maybe they were in agreement. I don't know if Laverne was around there doing child. I don't know how Laverne was handling those people around there. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what he was doing to the to the cat, the staff of the show or whatever. So maybe they wanted him to leave as well. I don't know. But to me, it didn't make sense. If he had a strong connection with someone and Tori did not have a strong connection, why keep Tori? Why keep Donovan? Um, he is an option for Sabrina, and he's an option for Christina. He could have been eliminated as well. Let me know what you guys think about Operation Meet the Homies. It wasn't too much going on. Oh, excuse me. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, let me know who you guys think will get eliminated next week. Um, with it coming down to the end like this, and they seem to have more men down than women, it's probably going to be two guys that will go. Especially if Christina has left the way one of the YouTubers, she's saying that Christina also self eliminated. So, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.